This is one of the most popular, highly Googled questions: how many calories to burn a week for weight loss? So I've got the answer. Let's go through it in this video. In this video, I'm going to talk about burning calories to lose weight. Then I'm going to reveal why only burning calories, if you're trying to lose weight, may not be enough. And finally, I'll tell you what else you need to do if you want to lose weight and keep it off. So you're wondering how many calories to burn a week for weight loss? That's a great question. And the answer is, well, it depends. The first thing you've got to understand about calories is that it's not as simple as calories in, calories out. Calories in, calories out is a flawed weight loss math. If it wasn't, we wouldn't have fat athletes or obese 6-month-old babies. The quality of the calorie matters just as much as, if not more than, the quantity of the calorie. 100 calories of steak and 100 calories of Twinkies do very different things to your body. Steak has nutrients, fat, and protein. It doesn't spike as much insulin. Your body can use almost 100% of it. Twinkies are processed garbage full of sugar. They spike insulin and your body stores it as fat. If you're in a calorie deficit but eating processed crap and sugar that feeds obesity and disease, you won't lose weight. The quality of the calorie matters, not just the quantity. Yes, the volume of the food matters too. It's not good to cut too low on calories for prolonged periods of time, and here's why. Your body is wired for survival. If you consistently deprive your body of food for a prolonged period of time, it'll back off using as much fuel. It thinks food is in short supply, so it uses less. Over time, this will slow down your metabolism. Now, it's also true that most people eat way more food than they need. A constant surplus of calories obviously isn't good either. You can get fat eating too much of anything, although it's a lot less likely when you're eating the right foods. So how much and how often do you need to eat is going to depend on your unique situation. Everybody is different. If you're overweight, you are eating too much, but the quality of the food you're eating is probably also a factor. Exactly how many calories you need to burn in order to lose weight, it depends on a ton of factors. A 6'4", 21-year-old guy who works out 5 hours a day has different needs than a 73-year-old grandmother who does yoga. Your age, gender, height, weight, and many other things influence how many calories you need to eat to lose weight. You might think that exercising gives you more wiggle room, but if you're eating for weight loss, adding calories will stall you. People exercise and think they have more wiggle room than they do. They eat a lot more crap and they end up gaining weight. Before I go to my next point, I want to hear from you, so comment below and tell me, how many calories do you think you need to eat a week to lose weight? Or maybe a day. Put it in there per day and I'll do the math. I don't care. But I want to hear how many calories you eat or you think you need to eat, and are you overweight? Let's talk. I want to hear from you. Comment below. Also remember that food isn't the only factor when you lose weight. It's a big factor, but it's not the only factor. You also need to make your sleep a priority because it's the #1 rule in weight loss. Your body senses a lack of sleep as stress and hangs on to water, which can make you gain even more weight. On my nutrition program, the Code Red Lifestyle, people can be doing everything right and still not lose weight if they're not sleeping. Create a sleep routine, clean up your bedroom, power down your devices, and protect your sleep. You also need to stay hydrated with water. Not soda, not energy drinks, not alcohol, which by the way dehydrates you, not any other crap. Drink normal water. Most adults can safely drink a gallon of water a day. See, water flushes toxins stored in fat tissues. Don't drink enough water when you lose the weight and the toxins will reabsorb. That's called auto-intoxication. Water also helps you sleep better and feel full so you won't overeat. Are you starting to understand why how many calories you need to burn to lose weight is not a question with a simple answer? There are a lot of other factors, including sleep, water, and quality of food. Even the exact foods you eat make a difference. On a high-fat diet, You don't need as many calories because fat makes you full. Plus, your bioindividuality is a huge factor in how many calories you need to lose weight. I can totally understand why you would be so confused at this. I mean, this is probably the reason why you clicked on this video, which I'm really glad you clicked on the video. Thank you. Thank you for watching. But it is just, there's so much information out there. There are so many of these online calculators. I mean, you've got the Weight Watchers calculator, you've got the this calculator, then you go to there, you've got everybody's got a different opinion on how much to eat. Somebody says never eat less than 1,200 calories a day. You look on the back of the government label, you look at the government guidelines on any label, and it's got two choices. You can either have a 2,000 calorie a day budget or 2,500 calorie a day budget. Are you serious? What are we all, linebackers for Ole Miss? Like, my 69-year-old mother could not even begin to eat 2,000 calories a day. Even I don't eat 2,000 calories a day. My husband, 62-year-old, doesn't even eat that. So that's ridiculous to pigeonhole everybody into two categories. And I'm so not down with that. What you could do is go to an exercise physiologist or an exercise physiology lab and get in what's called a bod pod. And a bod pod is that machine that tests your body fat percentage. And it's this machine with a door, and you sit inside, and it uses air pressure to decide to calculate what your body fat percentage is. Don't ask me how, I don't know that, I'm not a scientist. And then you're gonna get a rough estimate. It's not the most accurate in the world, let me tell you. I mean, you could do a DEXA scan, you could do a hydrostatic weight, you could do a skinful test, but the bod pod across the board is pretty decent at giving you the fat percentage that you have on your body. But the fat percentage is not what I'm talking about here. That's gonna help you. What it's gonna tell you is how many pounds of muscle you're carrying. And the amount of muscle you're carrying will calculate how many calories you need to eat per day. So the more muscle you have, the more calories you can eat per day. And of course, you can add that up per week. And that's what the printout is going to show you. It's going to show you how much lean mass, how much fat mass. It's going to show you all kinds of different things. And it's going to show you how many calories a day it takes to keep you alive. That's called your basal metabolic rate, or your resting metabolic rate. And that's a good place to kind of start if you want. The bod pod test is about $25. I mean, some places it's $40. It depends on where you go, where you live, but it's a good place to go to try to get a starting number. At least that's a little more accurate than just these online calculators that really don't know how much muscle you're carrying. I think the most accurate way to find out how many calories you need is to go to my app, my Code Red app. And by the way, if you don't know where to find that, go to coderedlifestyle.com/app. And I have a great Code Red app that will enable you to get a home study program. And this will help you work on your weight loss at home on your own. And this is gonna come with a calorie calculator. You're gonna put in some data, and it's gonna use my method, the same exact calculations that I use. It's gonna spit that number out, and that's gonna really be the best place to get started. But if you don't know where to get started, and you're just altogether lost, I definitely suggest you start with a challenge. The 10-pound takedown is awesome. We have them every month. There's one starting soon. For a very low price, you could lose at least 10 pounds in 30 days by following very simple rules, following a food list, and watching the daily teachings that I'm gonna give to you. So I've linked that up below. Check that out, and I'll see you in the next video. You also need to, no. Are you starting to understand why how many calories you need to burn fat is not the question? It did not go. And use our I don't know how to say that calorie calculator.